Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric, and today we are watching episode 5 of season 3 of Supernatural. And this is going to be fun. It's been a hot minute since I was able to record some Supernatural, since I was able to record anything, to be fair. Life happens, you know. But I'm excited to get back into it. Last time around, there's two main things I want to talk about before we get started. And that's one, it's about the conversation Dean had with the demon, the hot bartender lady demon. And two, it's about Ruby. I don't know where to start. Let's start with Ruby. First of all, Ruby, we know that that's her name now, but I don't think she ever introduced herself, did she? She has not said her name. We've heard her name from others, like when they've been talking about her, when Dean and Sam were talking about Ruby, I think they were. But someone said it, and I'm not sure it was her. So, but whatever. Ruby. Ruby is obviously grooming Sam. The question is why. And I'm gonna put a pin in that for the moment and talk about the demon, because I've had a while since I've been able to record, so I've had a lot of time to think about all this stuff. So the demon that Casey, the hot bartender, that Dean was having a chat with, she talked about how, the plan, what the plan was, and how the plan got ruined when Azazel was his name, the yellow-eyed demon, when he died. And she also talked about how Sam was supposed to be the general. It very much brought to mind Spawn, the comic book series, how he's like the human general of Hell's armies, essentially. Either way, the plan got ruined when Azazel died, and now demons are just doing whatever they want. There was a lot of world building in that conversation. And I think that, Casey was a believer in the demon god, that is as in Lucifer. She believed in Lucifer. And I think there are others, like the seven deadly sins. They clearly were not one of them. They just wanted to party when they got out of hell. But maybe Ruby is one. Maybe she is also a believer. That is relevant because of what she's putting Sam through. Because Sam is obviously not happy with the things he's been doing. And that's also most likely why he's being ruthless like he is. Because Dean and Bobby were having a conversation about how Dean was concerned that Sam came back wrong when he was brought back to life. That there was something wrong with Sam. I don't think there's something wrong with Sam. But I do think that Ruby is turning him into something different. Because she clearly has an agenda. She's dangling the possibility of saving Dean from going to hell, from paying his debt. And can she actually do that? Can she save Dean? Or is that just something she uses to get Sam to play along? Because she obviously has an agenda for Sam. She has a plan. She is grooming Sam for something. And if she is a believer in Lucifer, then it must be something related to Lucifer reincarnating, Lucifer getting sprung out of hell, something along those lines. Because, as Casey, the bartender demon, said, there are those among us who believe in Lucifer and that he will return one day and take over shit, essentially. And I don't know. I think because here's the thing. The fact that these two events happen in the same episode must mean something, right? The fact that Dean and Casey were talking about the world building, the Lucifer stuff, and the demon religion. And then there was the conversation Sam had with Ruby. There must be a connection there, right? That we're supposed to listen to what Casey is saying and then think that what Ruby is doing with Sam is related in some way. That's how I see it anyway. So what does that mean? Yeah, it probably means that whatever she's grooming him for, because she's clearly the one who is turning Sam more ruthless, and Sam even said that he doesn't have to like the things he's doing, but as Ruby says, you have to do these things. or I won't help you with Dean. So she's grooming him, and I'm thinking it has to do with Lucifer. I don't know if Lucifer is real or if that's just a myth. Like, considering it's supernatural, it's probably real. Or maybe... I don't know. I don't know what Ruby's endgame is. Like, here's a wild thought. What if Ruby's endgame is to turn Sam into something that is able to... Like, he's gonna kill Dean. And Ruby explains it as in, like... you have to kill him to set him free from the curse, and then I'll bring him back, or something to that effect. Like, he has to go complete this deal, and then I spring him loose. I make a new deal and bring him back, but this time there's no payment or something. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what she is prepping Sam for, but it must be something quite big. I'm intrigued. Let me just say that. I'm intrigued. I'm curious to see where this goes. So, let's find out what happens in this next episode, shall we? As always, early access, full episode reactions, check out the Patreon. Link is in the description. And with that said, let's get into the episode. Oh, also, I just want to mention, there's been Netflix issues, so I've swapped to the Blu-rays, because that was way easier.
Hey, what was that? I don't know. A dog, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay.
That's very crooked.
Like I wanted. You know what? One gust of wind, and the whole place is gonna blow over. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, yeah? Right, because with the Blu-rays, I see the episode titles, and this title was Bedtime Stories. Are they hearing a wolf? And they're the three little pigs, because one puff and it's all gonna blow over. They have shoddy construction materials. They're kind of heavy set. Yes, he even snorted. Oh yes, it's the three little pigs. That's awesome. Except... Yikes. That's a supernatural version of it. Because the three little pigs in the version I know, they get out pretty okay. They have the solidly built one that they hide in. Oh, that ended poorly for you, my friend. Bedtime Stories, yeah. A frog.
And force her to let
we don't even know if that'll work.
Well, then we'll just shoot her if she dies.
All right.
Goes away.
We don't know if that'll work either, Sam. All you're pitching me right now is a bunch of ifs and maybes.
I'm kind of on Dean's side here, because yes, Dean is dying, but that's not yet. You still have time. You can do what Sam wants you to do, but you don't have to do it right this second. Like, you can wait months, many months. You can wait like 7 months at least, 8 months maybe, because like he had a year. You know, this can be a backup plan.
The lunar cycle's right.
Ah, they're thinking werewolf.
We don't have long. Moon's full this Friday, and that's the last time it changes for a month.
Yeah, all morning.
Oh no.
Sketch artist, right?
Oh. I thought there was others coming. Well, there is someone else coming, the sketch artist, but...
Did they seem animalish?
Excuse me?
What about his teeth? You notice anything strange about
No, they're just teeth.
Yeah, so it's not a werewolf.
He's just a normal guy with normal eyes and teeth and fingernails. He killed my brothers.
Yeah, he did.
How would you feel?
He's the big bad wolf. That has to be what they're saying, right? That bedtime stories, fairy tales.
A tattoo on his arm of a cartoon character. It's the guy who he's chasing the roadrunner.
Wile E. Coyote. Coyote, yeah. Yeah, the big bad wolf. Kinda, you know, it's a coyote, but close enough.
Don't I get to see it?
Yeah, let's see the sketch you've made, Sam. I'm sure it's gonna be awesome.
You know, work in progress.
It's
Attacker could have been possessed.
Why would a demon stop halfway through an attack?
I think the, could have. Yeah, I got nothing.
No. Oh, this is a new thing. They haven't done anything like this before, right? Well, there was the trickster. Is he behind this too?
And we're lost.
We're lost. The path is...
Hey, Hansel and Gretel. Right?
Look.
Oh, yes, it is. So we're doing a greatest hits of fairy tales. Is the trickster behind this? But then again, no, that makes no sense. Because the trickster likes giving people their just desserts. And these people don't seem like bad people.
I could point you in the right direction, but I'm afraid it'll take a while to get back. You're really deep into the woods.
Yes, you are, I'm sure.
Would you like to come in and rest a bit?
Yeah. She offered.
Yeah.
She's a harmless old lady. What could happen?
Yeah, you don't want to know, dude. You're gonna get fattened up and eaten. The question is, what's doing this? Oh, was it poisoned? Yeah, it was. It was drugged. Yes, she did. Oh, nice.
You just hold still now, dear.
Who are you, little girl?
Stay. I'll be back in a few
Oh, now is when they're gonna figure it out. Because this is gonna be like so bizarre that they're gonna put two and two together and figure out what's going on here.
Just need to ask you a few questions.
Do we have to go over this again?
Yeah, sadly.
I'm trying to be brave.
And she fell. Cracked her head on the stove.
Yeah. There you go, Dean.
Do you have any idea why she did this to you?
No.
Fairy tales, man.
She's just...
They're kind of a trip.
Did you find a little girl there?
Oh, she saw her.
A little girl.
That's weird. Or is it weird?
Disappeared. Just vanished into thin air.
She might be a god of some kind, something along the lines of the trickster.
Odd to see her in the middle of something so horrible.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Only over here by the window. There's definitely a spirit here.
Who stood outside the crime scene and watched?
So maybe not.
Thinking about fairy tales.
Yeah, you do.
That's nice. You think about fairy tales often?
Attacked by the big bad wolf.
Three Little Pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Actually, those guys were a little chubby.
They were.
Those things ended with everybody living happily ever after.
Originally
No,
not.
the original. See, the Grimm Brothers stuff.
Like fairy tales back in the day were used more to like scare kids. Not to like for any sort of feel good. They were more to be like don't stray far from home. Like with Hansel and Gretel. Like if you go too far away from home, then you'll get eaten by a witch. Or like Little Red Riding Hood, same thing there. Like don't stray too far and don't misbehave or something bad is going to happen to you. So it was like meant to keep kids in line, kind of. And yeah, then it got sanitized over the years and now we have Disney versions. Like the Little Red Riding Hood, that the original ends pretty awfully. It's horrible. But awesome at the same time. It's kind of weird. Okay.
Crazy as what? Every day of our lives?
Touche.
I'm willing to bet you top dollar she was at the construction site, too.
The question is how this happens, though. Again, like there was one episode previous that reminded me of a Buffy episode. In the Buffy episode, there was a kid who was like stuck in a coma, dreaming, and his nightmares were coming to reality in Sunnydale within in the town. Everything was happening, like not everything, but like people's nightmares were coming to life. And this is giving me exactly the same vibes.
The ghost puppet master.
Yeah.
Think that's what this kid is doing? Sending Wolf Boy and Grandma into trances, making them go kill crazy?
That's a possibility.
That's bizarre even for us.
There's this frog again. Is that a bullfrog or whatever?
Tell you one thing, there's no way I'm kissing a damn frog.
Remember Cinderella? With the pumpkin that turns into a coach and the mice that become horses?
Dude, could you be more gay?
Come on, dude. This is relevant information for your job.
Hey, it's okay. We're here. We got you.
Oh,
Tell me she's a lunatic.
evil stepmom. Yes. There she is again. I'm loving this. This episode is awesome. It's really, really good. Follow her. Maybe she has something to say.
Who are you?
Yeah, well, she is a spirit. Is the apple because she's Snow White? Yeah, she is Snow White. Right? With the white dress and the black hair. And she's asleep. She's had a poisoned apple, so she's asleep.
Shiny red apple. I'm guessing that means something to you, fairy tale boy?
I think it's Snow White.
Yeah, it is.
And she tries to kill Snow White with a poison apple.
But the apple doesn't actually kill the girl, right?
No, she goes into a coma. And that was a hint as to the little girl's fate.
And well, Callie. She's been around since before I started here.
Callie?
Yeah,
I think we have our medium.
his daughter.
Yes, that's how it happens.
Wolf pressed the latch, and the door opened.
Oh, and this is... Yeah, this is the wolf. This is Red Riding Hood, then.
So the huntsman
Oh.
took a pair of scissors and cut open the wolf's belly.
She's... Oh, of course, like, she's been in a coma since she was the age we see her. That's her, like, her spirit self. She's stuck there.
You'll excuse me.
Oh, heading this way, we'll walk with you.
The question is, how do we solve this? Because it's not like we have a corpse to assault and burn.
I swallowed bleach. Never figure out how she got her hands on the bottle. My wife found her.
Was that Callie's stepmother?
Oh, evil stepmother. Yes, I wonder how she swallowed bleach.
My wife passed away last year, and it's just my daughter and me now.
It is a... It's a pickle, though. How do we get rid of this spirit?
The mom had that thing, you know, where you keep the kids sick so you get all the attention.
Oh, yeah.
Munchausen's.
Syndrome by proxy. And after all this time, her spirit just gets angrier and angrier until it finally just starts lashing out.
Oh, that's why now it's just like...
Father's keeping her body alive.
And it does make it a bit hard to burn the bones.
You think?
Yeah.
We need to find her next of kin.
Doesn't have any?
Now she has a granddaughter.
Oh, no.
Address?
Hurry, boys. Oh, we get to be the hero, like Dean or Sam gets to be the huntsman. Yeah,
I'm gonna
Dean.
go stop the big bad wolf.
Yeah.
Which
He's
is the
the-
weirdest thing I've ever said.
Dean gets to be the hunter. Oh my goodness, come on now.
Hey, Grandma.
Oh, this poor guy. I mean, I don't think Dean is gonna kill him because he's not a monster. He's just like been co-opted. He's just been shanghaied into this by like the spirit. So it's like he's not doing this of his own will. But that means like legally he's still gonna be in a whole mess of trouble. So yeah, I feel a bit bad for him. Obviously, it's very unfortunate for the victims as well, but like he's also a victim, you know.
All right, Doctor, this isn't going to be easy.
Oh, how are you going to explain this?
Doctor, your wife poisoned Callie.
You stay away from me and from my daughter. You understand?
Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Because it's not something obvious like with a werewolf or like with a ghost that flickers in and out. Like maybe he can get Callie. That's probably what it's gonna take. Callie is gonna have to like appear.
She's a spirit.
Yeah, why is he supposed to believe you? Or maybe he does. Maybe he's like, yeah, I've felt her presence many times.
So you've seen her too?
Oh, he's already seen her. Talk to her.
You okay?
Yeah.
I even saw her standing at the foot of my bed, but I never believed it. I thought I was dreaming.
It wasn't a dream. She's been trying to talk to you.
You're not a cop, are you?
Yeah, I guess maybe then it's time to listen.
Callie told us.
What?
Not in so many words.
No, she did it in her own way.
Her own way.
Yeah.
She's desperate because nobody will listen to her. So you have to listen to her.
Maybe we don't have to pull the plug then. Maybe we just have to like engage. Maybe Dad just has to engage with her and she stops doing this. She stops lashing out. Maybe we don't need to pull the plug. Because I'm wondering, like, maybe is she like brain dead? Oh, scissors.
But I'm listening now. Daddy's here.
No.
Please, honey, is there any way you can tell me?
Doctor.
She's here.
Is it true?
This is so unfortunate for everyone involved. I thought the fairy tale would be over when she was called away. That this guy would be like, let go.
I know the truth.
Yeah, and Callie can't kind of like... She can't get justice because the wife has already passed away, so she's like... The evil stepmom is already gone. Oh my. It was that easy, huh? Now he's gonna wake up.
Whoa, stop, stop. Whoa, stop. Whoa.
Oh, welcome back, dude. You're now in a whole heap of trouble. That went much easier than I thought it would have.
Callie was the most important thing in my life. But I should have let her go a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, he is a doctor after all. He's a scientist.
You know what he said? Some good advice.
Oh, he's not gonna... No, Dean. Are you ditching, Sam? Why are you going? Maybe he's going on a secret Ruby mission. Oh, no. Okay, I thought the episode was gonna end with that, like a cliffhanger. Oh, he has brought the Colt with him and he's here too. It's lucky and fortunate that they're like always around this crossroads. Or is it a different crossroad? I don't know. But it's like they're frequently in this neck of the woods, it seems like.
You can beg for your life.
We were having such a nice conversation. Then you had to go and ruin the mood.
Yeah, that was uncalled for.
It's not the original Colt. Where did you get that?
Yeah, where did you get that, Sam?
Ruby. Had to be. She is such a pain in my ass.
She's known, huh?
What's coming to her?
So maybe, that's interesting.
Me an offer. That's adorable.
Yeah, that's not how this works.
It's not very convincing. I mean, come on, Sam.
So this is...
Want to break the deal?
So this is not gonna work.
But truth is, you'll be a tiny bit relieved when he's gone.
Shut up.
No more desperate, sloppy, needy Dean.
You're kind of provoking him now. I think this is hitting pretty close to home, actually. Why else would he be so...
Death protests too much.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm just a saleswoman. I got a boss like everybody.
Oh.
Not me.
Hmm.
He wants Dean's soul, bad. And
Who is he?
he's not as cuddly as me, I can tell you that.
Who is it?
I can't tell you.
Can't or won't? Dude! Uncalled for. That was an innocent woman. Okay, so that was episode... What was that, episode 5? Interesting final scenes there with the Sam leaving and going to summon a crossroads demon. This episode was really fun. I really enjoy this twist, I guess, is the best way to put it. Like exploring fairy tales, but from a different angle. I mean, we've kind of explored this previously with the Trickster in the episode Tall Tales, which still is like... It still might be the best episode of Supernatural I've seen so far. Because it was just so fun, and I don't know. It's definitely the funniest Supernatural episode I've seen. It might actually also be the best one. But yeah, it's kind of in the same vein. Like, I think they do a really good job of having a good amount of variety in the stories they tell. Like, there is like more obscure folklore, there's more obscure monsters, and there is way more famous stuff, like the hook hand dude, and like Bloody Mary, and then now we have these like fairy tales, and there's also like a lot more obscure things, like the djinn, like the what was that called? The clown who was a... I'm blanking on it right now, but you remember like the clown who was with the circus, who was tricking kids into letting him into the houses, and he killed the parents. And there is also like stuff that is internal to the story, like Gordon and Gordon and other hunters, and like the police, and like stuff like that. And there's like... And then plain old hauntings and stuff like ghost stories. So yeah, I would say that they are really good at having quite a varied approach, like a lot of variation in every episode. There are like major... You could like say that there are like major boxes that you can like put the episodes into. Like, here's a funny one. Here's a like law enforcement, like other humans are the issue one. Here's like hauntings and like ghosts. Here's demons, another box for that. And then like here's funny, and like they have a lot of different angles that they can take with episode, and they keep mixing it up, and I really, really enjoy that. It really doesn't get stale in that fashion. And yeah, this episode was I don't know if it was like, it was kind of funny. It had a good amount of comedy, I thought. Like, I don't know if that was intentional or I'm just like twisted, but it was kind of funny. It was funny seeing these childish fairy tales that I think most of us have grown up with. Like, I think in our childhoods, most of us have heard at least some of these stories. Like, it's stuff we're very familiar with, but with a twist, and I appreciate the twist. It also really brought me back to Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the episode with the kid who was in a coma, who was turning nightmares into reality. In that case, it wasn't turning the boys, I think it was a boy, it wasn't turning his nightmares into reality, it was turning everyone's own nightmares into their reality. Like, Xander was terrified of clowns, so he had a killer clown chasing him. and Willow was scared of like public speaking, and she was supposed to like sing in front of a crowd, in front of an audience and stuff. So it's kind of like that. And that's not a knock on Supernatural, because like if you try to limit yourself to stuff that's never been done before, then it's gonna get boring quick, because like everything has technically been done before. It's yeah, you just put your own stamp on it. You like make it your own, and yeah, add a twist somewhere. And they did it really well in this episode. And the ending, we got some more information. Dean is screwed. Like, I'm sure we're gonna find some way around it, but at the moment there is none. Like the plan that Sam had at the beginning of the episode, he kind of went through with that plan without Dean knowing, of course. But like the Crossroads demon said that she wasn't the one who held the contract. Her boss was the one who held the contract. So if we talk to her boss, then he might be able to release us from the contract. But that boss is probably stuck in hell. So in that case, like, we need to summon the boss, unless the boss was one of the demons, like unless he escaped with the others when the gate opened. So either we need to summon the boss, or he's already here. But then to compel the boss to do what we want, because like if the boss is smart, then he would never like appear. He would just like stay in hell and just like take care of paperwork with all the contracts. Otherwise, like if you have salespeople, then you don't expose yourself to any danger. And the Crossroads demon also was aware of Ruby. Ruby is a troublemaker. Maybe Ruby is different. Like maybe I'm thinking, no, I don't think I am. Like I was thinking that maybe I was being too harsh on her unnecessarily. But at the same time, she is very, very clearly grooming Sam for something that we don't know what that is yet. But I very much doubt that it will be a good thing. I don't know, but she's clearly infamous. Famous or infamous. As the demon said, like she'll get hers one day. And then Sam killed her. Killed the Crossroads demon. I'm sure there's more of them. But like it tracks with what we've been thinking about, or what I've been thinking about Sam and Ruby. Like she's grooming him. She's turning him more ruthless. She's trying to like get rid of his conscience or something. I don't fully know. But like she's doing something. And he's not liking it, but he's doing it. Like maybe Sam thinks that he's gonna get a bit dirty, but it's gonna be fine. But you know, like what's the quote? Something along the lines of like, if you stare into the abyss, then the abyss might stare back. Yeah, he's gonna get dirty, and then he's gonna stay dirty. It's like it. Some of it does not wash out, shall we say? So that was episode 5 of Supernatural of season 3. That was fun, and I hope you enjoyed yourself as well. With that, I am done for today. I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, take care and peace out.